Here's my outlook on the Baylor softball roster as well as the expectations for this year. First of all, Baylor softball has a 22-player roster, and they do only have one senior on there. So they didn't lose a lot of seniors last year. They didn't. So they're gonna, of course, granted, I don't know about transfer portal after this year, but they're gonna return a lot. I mean, and they do have the following juniors on there: Zay LaValle, that's a junior; Leah Benford, that's a junior; Darion Orr, that's a junior; Anna Watson, that's a junior; Mackenzie Wilson, that's a junior; Cindy Gonzalez Colazalos, that's a junior; Emily Hott, that's a junior. So they do have one, two, three, 6, 7 juniors on the team, and the only senior is Josie Bauer, by the way. They do have a lot of sophomores, though. I mean, Amber Tovin, that's a sophomore. Caroline Rowett, that's a sophomore. Shannon Vivoda. Presley Hyland. Shaylin Govan. Casey West. Ashlyn Watchendorf. Ava Knoll. Or Knoll, something. K-N-O-L-L. Taylor Strain. Emery McDonough. McDonoughh. So, yeah, they do have a lot of sophomores on this team. I mean, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, I'm going to count those again. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 juniors on the team. But you only have 4 freshmen, though. And that's Abby Flores, Ellington Whitaker, Jensen Vinet, Vienne. I apologize if I butchered that last name. And Riley Crandell as well. So, as you can tell, it's a very, very young roster still. But I do think they're going to be better than last year. And in terms of position-wise, they do have two catchers, and as well as a catcher who can play infield. Of course, if you want to check out the roster, you could check it out yourself. I'm just going to make it easier that way by not saying it. Now, they do have, technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infielders, and including a pitcher who could also be an infield, so 6 of those. So you got 6 of those. And that's including Aaliyah Benford, who could, that one of them is Aaliyah Benford, who could also pitch. Of course, in terms of outfielders, they do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. In pitchers, they do have 4 other true pitchers, as well as Aaliyah Benford, who could play infield as well. So you got the bullpen this year. You do. And that's a good thing. Of course, utility players is players who could play multiple positions. So that's good. And you got 3 of those. So, in terms of my expectations, let's get back to our NCAA tournament again. Yes, it's nice to go win the NITS softball, but NCAA is where it's at. I mean, first of all, you need to get back to the postseason in NCAAs. Second, I know we could get back there. I know we could. But I will say, I don't know about Super Regionals or World Series, or just Women's College World Series, or even a Series Championship. I wouldn't expect that. That's unrealistic. Let's just get back to regionals. At least get back to there. Of course, if you're a top 16 seed, you get to host and all that. But the thing is, it's going to be difficult because, look, you got to play Oklahoma 4 times this year at home. You got Oklahoma State on the road 3 times. and you get Texas 2 out of 3. And that's not including the Big 12 tournament, which, Oklahoma's number 1 in the country right now. The preseason picked number 1. Oklahoma State 2. They're number 3 in the country. And in terms of the Big 12, yeah, they're number 2. And Texas is number 14. So that's going to be a challenge right there in order to get back up to that level. But if we could be more consistent this year than last year, and of course, if you're like high enough and you get past your regional, you could go to host super regional, potentially. Or if there's an upset that occurs and that higher seed is gone for whatever reason, you could host super regionals as well. But I'm going to be realistic and say, let's expect 4th place in the Big 12 this year. One, like all those teams I said about the teams above us. I mean, Oklahoma State, and Texas. Remember, though, we did play Oklahoma tough that one time last year in Norman, but we lost on a game-winning home run. We were 1 out away from a victory there. So, and we beat Texas last year, and once at home pretty handily. And it was not really technically, it was technically a run rule, but the run rule didn't occur because it had happened in all 1 inning late in the game, like 6th inning or 7th. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter at home. And they're going to have a challenging enough schedule, and hopefully they could get a lot of wins. They could get, for sure, to get themselves in the tournament this year and have a better RPI, because that's, at the end of the day, it's important to have that, besides a lot of wins. I mean, and you got to get some quality wins at that. I mean, that's the only way you get back to the postseason here. So that's just some expectations for this year, and hopefully they are more consistent than last year, because a lot of that is like youth and inconsistency in terms of pitching, as well as the offense at times. And of course, it didn't help that you lost one of your better players to the transfer portal that fall a year ago, who is now at Texas. So, and she didn't even play that much at Texas at that. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. It's going to be 5 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go.